Happy day, friends. I am Macy LaShawn Sledge, and my intention for being here is to encourage, empower, and uplift those of you who are on your healing journey, as well as those of you who are awakening to the truth of who you are. And I'm so grateful to you for being here with me. I appreciate your presence, as I always say, as you show up to do the work, as you show up to heal, our world will be directly affected by that healing that you are doing in your own life. So, for the month of August, if you've been paying attention to the videos that I've been posting over the last few weeks, if you tuned in for the August Heart to Heart, a part of that conversation, or I would say the central focus for that conversation, was the idea that throughout the month of August, Spirit is calling us to initiate a deeper sense of self-trust, right? We moved, and the way that I worded it is that during the month of August, we did step into this space where we initiated a deeper sense of self-trust, right? This is not talking about, we're speaking in terms of what did we do? What did we do? What did we initiate during the month of August? And so during that conversation, we talked about how we initiated self-trust, and we talked about what it was that we did, or what it was that we let go of during the month of August in order to initiate self-trust, right? So we're speaking in terms of this is what we did, this is how we did it, because there is a version of ourselves that has already lived or experienced, right? And the physical aspect of ourselves is just playing catch up. So you did initiate a deeper sense of self trust during the month of August. And so, congratulations. So, congratulations. But no, really, you did. You took out the time to do what you needed to do to initiate a deeper sense of self trust so that you could create, or so that you could continue creating a life that is truly authentic to the will of your heart and soul. So, thank you for being here. We are going to go ahead and dive in. So, this tapping meditation, again, everything that I share here on the channel during the month of August will focus on helping us move through that process of initiating self trust. And so that's what the tapping meditations will focus on as well. So if you are unfamiliar with tapping, or if this is your first time to tune in for a tapping meditation, tapping is an energy healing tool that is often referred to as the psychological acupuncture. The way that I like to say it is that tapping is an energetic healing tool that helps us to rewire our nervous system. Okay. And so with tapping, you're using your own hands, your own fingers to tap on certain meridian points in the body. And while you're tapping, you're repeating affirmations. And they're affirmations that I have created, again, to help us move through this process of initiating self trust. So, the way that I like to start is by connecting with the breath. So, wherever you are, make sure you're comfortable. I want to invite you to close your eyes so that we can settle into this moment, so that we can open ourselves up to receive what it is that we are needing to receive in this moment. So as you have closed your eyes, go ahead and begin to take your attention to your breath. Notice the gentle inhale as you're breathing in. Notice the gentle exhale as you're breathing out. I want to invite you to place one hand on your heart space. Begin to notice your heartbeat. Begin to feel your aliveness. Grounding into this present moment, settling into this present moment, remembering that in this particular moment, nothing else matters. Opening up to the highest aspects of yourself, the most divine aspects of yourself in this moment. So we'll take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, I want you to send the breath into your heart space where your hand is resting. So deep breath in and sigh it out. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Then you'll breathe in gently through your nose again, sending your breath into your heart space where your hand is resting. Deep breath in and exhale out through your nose. Gentle breath in. Gentle breath out through your nose. Gentle breath in. Gentle breath out through your nose. Release your hand. Allow yourself to just witness and notice. Allow yourself to be open so that you can receive. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and we will get started. So the first affirmation that we are going to tap with says, even though I allowed the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I allowed the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. And then the short version of that will say, my voice was overshadowed. My voice was overshadowed. So with the long affirmation, we'll be tapping at the side of our hand. So you'll take 2 fingers. You'll start tapping at the side of on the pinky side of your hand. And if you're tapping kind of right there, right outside that pinky bone or right before it, you'll be able to feel that energy. You'll be able to feel right what's going on there as you're tapping. You'll notice it immediately when you find that spot. So we'll tap here while repeating the long affirmation, and we'll repeat it 3 times. So we'll repeat, even though I allowed the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I allowed the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I allowed the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. And then you'll go to your eyebrow point. So right here at your eyebrow point, and you'll repeat the short version, my voice was overshadowed. And then you'll move to the outside of your eye and you'll repeat, my voice was overshadowed. And then you'll go under both eyes, unless you're wearing glasses, and you'll repeat, my voice was overshadowed. And then you'll go under your nose and repeat, my voice was overshadowed. And then you'll move to your chin, my voice was overshadowed. And then you'll go to your collarbone, my voice was overshadowed. And then under your arm, my voice was overshadowed. Top of your head, my voice was overshadowed. And then you'll release your hands down, resting your hands in your lap or by your side, closing your eyes for just a moment. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, sighing the breath out. Deep breath in, sighing the breath out. Deep breath in and sigh the breath out. Open your eyes whenever you're ready. We'll go back to the side of our hand to repeat that long affirmation. And we'll repeat 3 times. Even though I allow the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I allow the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I allow the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. And then you'll go to your eyebrow point and repeat, my voice was overshadowed. Outside of your eye, my voice was overshadowed. Under your eye, my voice was overshadowed. Your nose, my voice was overshadowed. Your chin, my voice was overshadowed. Your collarbone, my voice was overshadowed. Under your arm, my voice was overshadowed. Top of your head, my voice was overshadowed. And then release your hand down. Again, closing your eyes. Noticing, observing, and witnessing how you feel. And going back to your breath, allowing your breath to sustain you, allowing your breath to ground you as you notice the energy that may be moving around for you at this time. And we'll take 3 deep breaths in together. And then we'll sigh it out. Deep breath in. And we'll sigh it out. Deep breath in. And then sigh it out. And then you'll go back to the side of your hand. And you'll start tapping again, and we'll move through this round one more time. And you'll repeat the long affirmation, even though I allow the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I allow the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I allow the voices and opinions of others to overshadow my own, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. And then we'll go back to the eyebrow point, and you'll repeat, my voice was overshadowed. Outside of your eye, my voice was overshadowed. Under both eyes, my voice was overshadowed. Under your nose, my voice was overshadowed. Your chin, my voice was overshadowed. Your collarbone, my voice was overshadowed. Under your arm, my voice was overshadowed. Top of your head, my voice was overshadowed. And then you'll release your hand down. You'll close your eyes. And I want you to take a few gentle breaths in and out through your nose. Allowing yourself to just notice how you feel. Allowing yourself to settle in. Allowing yourself to notice and witness the energy that is coming up. Notice and witness the thoughts that may be coming up. But remembering the key thing is to just observe. The key thing is just to witness. To not become over-identified with what is coming through, but to just witness it, to allow it, and then to let it go. And this is where I might even encourage you to pause the video for a moment before moving on to the last round of tapping, to maybe take some notes, to maybe take a moment to journal about how you're feeling or about how that first round of tapping resonated for you. What did it bring up? Maybe write a little bit. That might help as well. And then we'll go ahead and open our eyes and we'll move to the last affirmation. And the last affirmation says, I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. The short version of that simply says, I trust myself. I trust myself. So we'll go ahead and start tapping at the side of our hand. And we'll repeat the long version of the affirmation 3 times. So take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And repeat. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. And then you'll go to your eyebrow point and you'll repeat, I trust myself. Outside of your eye, I trust myself. Under both eyes, I trust myself. Under your nose, I trust myself. Your chin, I trust myself. Your collarbone, I trust myself. Under your arm, I trust myself. Top of your head, I trust myself. And then you'll rest your hand down, closing your eyes for just a moment. Maybe allowing a small smile to come to your face and just allowing yourself to again notice and observe. How does it feel? What does life begin to look like when you begin to trust yourself? Allow that vision to come to your mind as you are pausing in this moment. Allow the words, the colors, images, symbols to come to mind that might reflect what it is that your life would begin to look like as you move through the process of initiating self-trust. As you move through the process of letting go of the tendency to conform to other people's expectations and standards. What does life begin to look like as you begin to trust the vision that lives within your heart? We'll take a deep breath in together. Sighing it out. Deep breath in. Sighing it out. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. And then open your eyes. We'll move through the second round of that. So go back to the side of your hand and begin tapping. And we'll repeat the long version of the affirmation. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. And then go to your eyebrow point and repeat, I trust myself. Outside of your eye, I trust myself. Under both eyes, I trust myself. Under your nose, I trust myself. Your chin, I trust myself. Your collarbone, I trust myself. Under your arm, I trust myself. Top of your head, I trust myself. And then release your hand down. Again, closing your eyes. Taking note of how you feel. Maybe even pausing for a moment right here to journal a little bit about those images or that vision that may have come through, or those words that may have come through that may be a reflection of what your life will look like as you continue to move through the process of initiating self-trust. Just giving yourself what you need in this moment, because remembering this is a video that you can pause and start and stop as you need. This is your experience. This is your journey. So we'll take 2 deep breaths in together. And I want you to blow the breath out like you're blowing out through a straw. Deep breath in. And blow the breath out. Opening your eyes. We'll move through this last round of tapping with this second affirmation. So going back to the side of your hand and repeating the affirmation. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. I trust myself to lead my life with ease and precision. And then go to your eyebrow point and repeat, I trust myself. Outside of your eye, I trust myself. Under both eyes, I trust myself. Under your nose, I trust myself. Your chin, I trust myself. Your collarbone, I trust myself. Under your arm, I trust myself. Top of your head, I trust myself. Release your hand down. Immediately take a big deep breath in and sigh it out. Deep breath in and really sigh it out. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Again, just taking a moment to note how you feel, witnessing how you feel. And then we'll place one hand on our heart space. And we'll take 5 deep breaths in together. Just like we did at the beginning, sending that inhale breath into the palm of your hand, into your heart space where your hand is resting. So we'll take that first deep breath in. And exhale out through your nose. Deep breath in. Exhaling out through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just pausing, noticing, observing, witnessing. Opening your eyes if they were closed. Thank you all so much for being here with me for this meditation. I truly, truly appreciate your presence. Thank you for showing up to do the work. Thank you for making the choice, for being willing to heal, to transform, to evolve in the way that your spirit is asking you to heal, transform, and evolve your life. I will say that as you have completed this meditation, just notice or take note of how you feel. Some of the experiences that you might have. You could be a little belchy or a little gassy. You might have the hiccups. You might have had the hiccups as you were moving throughout. You may have been a little burpier as you were moving throughout. You may feel a little bit tired because you were working with the energetic body, moving energy around through this meditation. You may feel a little lightheaded, so take your time with getting up. Don't rush on to the next thing. Give yourself a moment to pause, to reflect, to allow this work to settle in before you just rush on to the next thing. Allow yourself to pull out your journal if you didn't have it out so that you can write, take some notes about your experience. And then also, if you have anything that you would like to share, make sure you leave a comment. And if you haven't yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. As you are moving throughout this process of initiating self-trust, remember that it is one step at a time, and you've got this. I love you.